Hi, I'm Kate White. I'm the author of 8 murder mysteries and 7 psychological thrillers. And as part of Thriller Fest, I'm going to offer a quick strategy on how to deal with procrastination. Like many published authors, I often have aspiring authors asking me advice about the business. Maybe they want to know how to get an agent or how to deal with social media, but sometimes they're interested in the very beginning part of the process. How to make a book happen, how to get to 90,000 words. And when they ask me about that, sometimes they'll confess to me that they have an issue with procrastination. And I can really relate because when I tried to write fiction in my 20s, I had that problem too. I would set aside a whole Saturday with the idea of going to spend the whole day writing, and then I would end up doing something like cleaning out my wallet or washing my tights by hand, and I wouldn't do it. And I really began to think that maybe I wasn't destined to be a writer because writers write, right? Well, I decided to make another stab at it 2 decades later, and this time I tried using a couple of time management strategies that I had learned along the way, and one really made a difference for me, and that's the one I'm going to share with you today. Before I mention it, though, I just want to say I only think it works if you write every single day. A lot of aspiring authors will tell me that they write on vacation or they may take a retreat to do it. But I don't think that works in the end. As John Grisham says, and who am I to argue with him, right? You have to write every day. That's the only way for the pages to add up. And I also think that it gets your brain into the groove of this is what I do every day. Okay, now the strategy. It comes from a time management expert named Edwin Bliss. And he made the point that sometimes we don't do a task in front of us because we don't really want to do it. But sometimes we don't do it because we make it too formidable, that it's just too much to handle. And his point was, if you are dealing with imposing tasks, you need to break them down. You need to slice them up like you would a big hunk of salami. His point was that if you look at a hunk of salami, it's not very appetizing, is it? In fact, I have a little prop here to demonstrate. But if you slice the salami, then it becomes much more appetizing. So I decided I'm going to use this strategy. I'm going to cut the task down into as thin of a slice as I think I can work with. So in the very beginning, I wrote for only 15 minutes a day. I mean, I knew, hey, there's no way I can avoid that. And over time, I would find myself going longer. And eventually I stretched to 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. And by this point in my career, I can write the whole day. I know it sounds so simple, but it really helped to cut things down into manageable sections. And so if you find yourself dealing with a procrastination issue, I really recommend you try the slice the salami trick too.